Drunk on Kombucha by Flo-Campbell-Pierce, Chapter 2, Liar, Liar, House on Fire. It was all the Gruber twins' fault, as you know. In 1965, the Pembertons were the first folks to get a color TV. I would trudge through the snow, probably 150 yards to their house on Saturday mornings to watch cartoons in living color. Their house was new and magical. It smelled new. They had a doorbell that played Hear the Bells Ring. I know the title because I learned it on the piano, maestro that I was. They had wall-to-wall baby blue carpet in their living room, which also had a player piano. In the kitchen and TV room, they had split doors, like in a barn, where the top half could open, leaving the bottom half closed. As I said, it was amazing and magical. So one Saturday, while I let the adventures of Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner wash over me in living color, I rooted for Wiley the underdog, a later theme in my life. My dad called. Mrs. Pemberton said, "Flo, your dad says come home to eat breakfast." Tell him I ate breakfast. I lied. As she hung up the phone, she relayed, he said, "Come home right now." Ruh-roh, to quote another 60s cartoon. Sadly, I left my beloved Saturday morning in living color ritual and tried to make the journey home last at least until I was 18 years old. When I came through the door, about 13 years shy of my intended arrival, my dad inquired, interrogated, did I mention he was an attorney? "So if you ate breakfast, where are the dishes?" "I washed them." Okay, a 5-year-old whose nose barely reaches the countertop, much less the sink, washed and apparently put away the dishes? You see the flaw in my logic. Meet me upstairs. He used that stern voice that meant doom, aka punishment, for me. Now you're probably wondering how this was the Gruber twins' fault. Well, travel back a few weeks with me. My parents are out and we have a babysitter. The Gruber twins come over in the basement door and they have a new toy with them. Matches! In our basement, we also have a new toy, a red tunnel made of cloth and wire that was probably 10 feet long with a round opening so you could crawl or walk through it or hide in the middle. That's what we did. The Gruber twins showed me how they could take a lit match, tap it to the fabric, and a small hole would appear. Okay, basically it melted the fabric because this was the age of polyester double knit. So after a few demonstrations, I tried. Being 5 and less dexterous, and with 0 experience using matches, my taps were more like holding the match to the fabric until it poofed, resulting in a rather large gap of missing fabric. We heard our babysitter coming to the basement. The Gruber twins ran out the back door. Of course, or duh, as we said then. "I smell smoke," she said. Our house always smells like that. Another brilliant non-truth from a 5-year-old thinking she was being clever. The next morning, my dad woke me up with, "Meet me in the basement." Yep, same doom voice. There, Mr. Gruber sat with the twins. My dad and Mr. Gruber gave us a good lecture about playing with fire, matches, yada yada. Then my dad spanked me while Mr. Gruber spanked the twins. Then, wait for it, my dad spanked the twins while Mr. Gruber spanked me. I cringe writing this because it just sounds so wrong and, well, just please don't judge. I went upstairs and got back in bed without eating breakfast. My dad came upstairs and asked, "Are you ready to go to kindergarten now?" So now this is the day he's not worried about my breakfast habits?